Hello and welcome to Scoop CP2 Scrambler. I haven't posted up for a long time, haven't done a video for that matter. I've come up for a 20,000 kilometre service on the bike. Now, I bought this bike back in September 2021, September 2024, so 3 years of ownership, and I've got just over 20,000 Ks on it. Can't complain one little bit about the bike, you know. It's been over that 20,000 Ks, it's been ultra reliable, no breakdowns, no problems really. Only issue I did have, the starter switch was playing up. Sometimes I hit it and nothing had happened, and I pulled it apart, cleaned it with some contact cleaner, put a bit of dielectric grease on the parts, and it's been right ever since. Now, I decided to do the 20,000 K service myself, and the reason being, you know, it just saves me money and it gives me something to do. Now, what I have done, you know, I've got it apart now, and I've just finished putting the spark plugs in, and I've got to say it's not the easiest job, that's for sure. I mean, you know, I'm not a big person and my hands aren't what you call big, but very, very limited amount of space in there to work with. But what I've done, 20,000 K service, I've changed the oil, new oil filter, put a new air cleaner in, and the spark plugs, I replaced those with iridium, so I won't have to go back in there for quite a while. And, you know, I change the oil in the filter every 5,000 Ks myself, so I'll be doing that from now on, and whatever else has got to be serviced as it needs servicing. And the other thing being is, you know, this next big major service at 40,000 Ks is supposed to be valve adjustment, but look, honestly, if they sound alright and the motor's running fine, I probably won't even put it in to get it checked, you know. Yeah, just see how it goes, because look, I'm coming up to 70 years of age, and I've probably only got another few years left of riding in me. I really don't know. But anyway, that's what I've done today. Now, doing these spark plugs, as I say, these spark plugs, this is the worst bike I've ever come across for changing spark plugs on. I mean, you know, I'm from old school where you could reach in and do your plug change pretty easily. You know, I mean, even the RG500, it was a square 4 two-stroke, and all you needed to do was take the tank off, which was easy, take the two side panels off the fairing, and you could reach in there, no dramas with your hands, and a normal spark plug wrench would do the job. But no, not with this fella, eh? To get into that right one, you've got to drop the radiator forward. That gives you room to get in. Then getting the coils out, oh, yeah, really, you know, you've got to drop the ECU unit down, and I can just get my hand in there to help, and then my other right hand in through there, and you jiggle, and you know, finally it'll come up. And then the same on the right hand side, you've got to get in with your right hand right through underneath, get to it, start jiggling it and trying to work it up, get your other hand through here and help it up on its way. And then same again, you've got to get into the spark plugs. This spark plug on this side you can get in. Just drop a 14mm thin wall socket down there. I bought a special spark plug socket for it. I'm lucky where I live, Super Cheap's close by, and Super Cheap now here in Australia have a line of motorcycle service tools. Probably not as good as Pro Tools or whatever, but yeah, they're pretty good. So, and then I was able to use my 1/4" drive with a 3/8 1/4 adapter on it. And that right plug comes out fairly easily. This one here, you don't have to unplug all these plugs that are up here, like some people do, because there's some flexibility in there. And the only one that I unplugged was a little one just here, and I was able to pull all that harness back and then reach down in there, because you need to have all that space clear so you can pull that coil up out through there. And all that comes over out of the way if you take this one off here, and then vice versa, you go down there using an assortment of tools, and then the same over this side, then yeah, you know, just make sure you mark your right coil lead when you take it off, and your right coil. I just put a bit of red tape on the coil and also on the lead, so I knew that's, you know. So that's all done. So yeah, not the easiest job. If you've got really big hands, yeah, I don't know whether you could do it or not, but I'll tell you what, the mechanics that work on these modern bikes, you know, they can have their job, because I don't, now that I've done it once, obviously it'll be easier to do the next time, but with the iridium plugs, it should be quite a while. Now the funny thing is, they say to change the spark to 20,000k service, you know, and that they recommend changing the spark plugs, and you'll see a photo of the spark plug that I took out, and honestly, to me it looks like we could do another 20,000 k's, if not more. And but you know, iridiums, I like iridium plugs. I reckon the motors run better on the iridium plugs. All the other bikes have had iridiums in them, and they've been yeah, great. Made the motor run better, start easier. And that. The other thing is, I've changed the air filter, and what gets me with these Yamaha air filters and the way they work, you know, the tube that drops down there, and you've got this air cleaner, and really the only part of it that gets dirty is only about an inch up here. All this bottom section through here gets as dirty as anything, and all this up the top here hardly gets any dirt in it at all. This tube here, it has another tube that goes all the way down nearly to the bottom of here. And I'm just wondering whether you'd get better filtration by taking that inner piece off, cutting that inner piece back. But I'm not going to do it because I don't know what effect it'd have on the motor. I mean, you know, I do run a fuel booster thing here, and that's just because of the exhaust system and blah blah blah. But yeah, otherwise the 20,000k service is over. But as I said, going back to, you know, having it for the 3 years and that, I'm still on the original chain. I'm still on the original sprockets. I did change the front down one tooth, which makes it gives it a little bit more oomph and easier to ride in tighter situations. I'm still running the Pirelli STR rallies, and this back one I've got 10,000 k's on it at the moment. And I reckon there's probably a good, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 k's left on that. Front's RS, it's got probably 18,000 k's on it, you know, but it's starting to cup, so when the back one wears down enough, I'll have to get the front changed at the same time. So I'll go back to the Pirelli STRs, because what I do is only the back roads and maybe a little bit of gravel road every now and again. I don't do much dirt roads now, and I've actually made the decision to get rid of the KTM 390 because I'm not really using it enough to warrant having it. So, but I'm going to keep the XSR because it is out of the two of them, it's my favourite. I just love this motor, you know. You know, the best thing about this whole bike is that motor. It's a fantastic motor. I just love the cool. I love the sound of it, especially with the titanium, the Van Diemen titanium exhaust on there. Sounds brilliant. So anyway, that's my 20,000 k's up, 20,000 k service done. All I've got to do now is put it all back together, and I mean, yeah, even that's a pain in the arse. Well, not a big pain in the arse, but it's just amazing what you've got to take off to actually get to where you can take the tank off, and then all the other different stuff you've got to, you know, it's a real, well, it's not hard, but it's just like a bit of a puzzle, and once you've sorted through it, and you know how to do it the second time, like anything, the second time round, this will be, you know, no dramas at all. But yeah, so from now on, all the service is done by me because it's out of warranty, and I've got plenty of time on my hands to do this. I've been doing this over the last couple of days because I've got other things I've got to get done, you know, around the house and in the house and everything. So tomorrow I'll come out and get everything back on and that, and then I want to sort of have a play with this front end because this handlebar sits a bit this way, and it looks like it's a bit, everything's a bit crooked because when I first got the bike, I dropped it on the left side, and I think what it's done is it's pulled everything back out of shape. So I'll just loosen up everything and give it a shake and a twist and make sure, make sure everything's sitting where it's supposed to sit and tighten it back up. But yeah, no, the 3 years of ownership, I've loved it. I think it's a great bike, you know, for what I do. And I've enjoyed working on it, you know, making the different things that I've made over the last 3 years. And I basically got it where I like it there, you know, and love going out on it. So anyway, that's my rant for the 20,000k services, and might catch you next time sometime out here in the, well, out here under the house, you know, where I service the bike now. So I'll catch you next time.